Not Quite Romeo, the Globe Theatre, London, 1603, just after the coronation of King James. Act 1, Prologue.
I'm known to each of you, my features famed, my plays outlived my blood's own lineage. Yet my voice carries still the words untamed, a story still untold, a mere mirage.
The globe alone bore witness the first soul, a maid dressed as man, so Teresa hides.
Embracing friends' bonds with false-named Hercule comes cautious Walter, strayed from countrysides.
2 more were theatre bred, yet felt hope ebb. Penelope sows overacting dreams.
1 Brodie trapped in quarantine web. Might love give mend to these 4 tattered seams?
I watched the tapestry I wove give fray. Pockets of posies were turncoat that day.
Scene 1.
Dead? He can't be dead. It's opening night. Thomas, you can't be dead. It's opening night.
He's dead? Who will play his part?
Is the part all you can think about? A man is dead.
Is it true, Hercule? Is Thomas dead?
He is.
Oh, God.
Here comes Shakespeare.
Cast meeting! I call a cast meeting!
What happened?
Who will play his part?
What are we gonna do?
Silence! I'm sure you all have questions. For now, the only answer I have is this. Thomas Blythe is dead. He was coughing blood shortly before his death. Lord only knows what manner of sickness struck the final blow.
How long had he had it?
Are we safe?
Keep in mind, men, we are actors. We have no room for panic, no room for fear. We take the stage for the sake of the play and for each other. Thomas was one of our best. He put the play first, even when it cost everything. We perform tonight for him. There's no other choice to make. King James is in the audience. Do you want to let down our king? We will take time to mourn our dead after the show. For the present, we must focus on putting on the best production yet.
How can the show go on after this?
Who will play Thomas's part?
What about Brodie? He's good with lines.
Not that good. I'm playing a lead already.
Oh, God, the show is cursed.
Stop that poppycock! The show isn't cursed. Macbeth will be a success. As for the part, I will take the role of Lady Macbeth upon myself.
You?
Me. Now go get your costumes. I fully expect each and every one of you to be in top form. 10 minutes until we begin. Brodie, get in contact with His Majesty if you can. One of his pages should be about. Let him know there will be casting changes.
Yes, sir.
Ross, you watch over them back here. I'm trusting you, man.
Of course.
I can't believe this is happening.
Just breathe, Walter.
Costumes on, everyone. Ross, I sewed up that rip you got during swordplay. Humphrey, I mended your button.
Oh, thank you, my dear. And might I just say that you look lovely.
Humphrey, stop your advances toward my daughter and put your costume on. Penelope, you should know better.
Mother, I wasn't.
Yes, ma'am.
Finish passing out the costumes, Penelope.
Poor Thomas. It feels like we're forgetting about him.
Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more.
Here's your corset, Walter.
Oh.
Break a leg. Oh, Hercule, don't forget your hat. Here.
Thank you so much.
Oh, don't mention it.
Penelope, go give Thomas's costume to Mr. Shakespeare.
Yes, Mother.
She's lovely.
Oh, no, Hercule. You do not go after the customer's daughter, not unless you want her hat pin up the ass.
You should follow your own advice, Humphrey.
Oh, where's the fun in that?
Come here, Walter. I'll help you with your corset.
Thank you.
You look ridiculous. What are they stuffing your bosoms with?
Fabric.
Ah, Our playwright should write a sonnet to women such as you, an ode to the fair sex and their fabric breasts.
Hey, Shakespeare will also be wearing a dress.
He is, but if I were to mock him, I might get fired.
You're playing Macbeth. He can't fire you.
He does decide what roles we play. It would be fine irony for him to throw me in a dress of my own if he hears me mocking. And an ode to Humphrey Fordyce and his fabric breasts just doesn't have the same ring to it. I'm living large as Macbeth. Let's keep it that way.
I don't see why actors are paid less for women roles. I earn a quarter of what you do, and Lady Macduff is an important character.
Yes, but any trained monkey can play a woman. All you have to do is bat your eyelashes and wear rouge.
Hey! At least Walter has a named part. Don't make fun of him. I'm playing Murderer 1.
I usually play the murderers. Wait till we put on Hamlet again. I play that villain that kills the king and is taken down in the end by his own hubris.
So, you're playing Macbeth?
Very funny. Just hold out for your pay, my friends. Someday you'll get monologues and soliloquies. Why don't we go to the pub after the show? We could all use one after what happened to Thomas. And to celebrate our newest actors, of course.
You don't need a reason, Humphrey.
No, I really don't.
I can't believe my first show was a debut. I'm really nervous.
Too tight.
I remember my days in that cursed corset. Before Shakespeare uncovered my talent, of course.
Ugh, can you cover it back up? I believe there are laws against public indecency.
Excuse me?
I live for your clever responses. Here lies the wit of Drake Johnson, never born and never used.
Take that back.
Not today. A man is dead. Have some respect and go just one day without bickering.
I don't think I can do this.
Just breathe.
That corset?
Don't worry about it. You and your son are getting killed off in the second act anyway. Speaking of which, where's Samuel? He's the one playing your son, isn't he?
I've been here the whole time, sir.
Don't sneak up on us like that, Samuel.
Sorry.
Time for places. Let's get moving, men.
Hercule, Walter, break a leg in your first show.
Thanks.
All right, you heard the man. Places.
Thank you, places.
Thank you, places.
Walter, are you good?
No, I'm not.
Do you want me to go get Ross?
No, I don't need him to worry. I just don't think I can move my feet.
Sure you can. One foot in front of the other. That was a step backward.
Oh, was it?
It was. Want to tell me what's on your mind, Walter? I've got an open ear and a bit of time before my first cue.
I'm not ready. I can't do this. Not today.
Oh, of course you can. You can't have your opening night second show. Your moment is now. Seize it.
I can't go up there. Not without a full cast. I'm not good enough. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't emote half enough. I don't know how to move properly. I mean, I was useless during rehearsals.
I saw you at rehearsals, and you were excellent. If you are as useless as you say, how is it that you memorize your lines as fast as the actors who have been here for years? Even Shakespeare was moved by your monologue during dress rehearsal.
Yeah, that's different.
Is it, though? You are exactly the same actor you were in rehearsals. The audience will give you the energy you need. First shows are always the hardest.
Really? Are all first shows like this? A man died, and we still perform like nothing happened. The king is here, and I'm not ready, and it's all wrong. It wasn't supposed to be like this.
Listen, Walter. Thomas changes nothing. His Majesty changes nothing. You're still the man Shakespeare picked for the part. Come on, breathe with me. Come on, in, out.
Maybe he made a mistake.
No negative talk until you're done breathing. Come on.
Okay. But I still think that...
If you're saying something bad about yourself, you're not breathing.
am still terrified.
But you're talking at a normal volume, and that's progress. You can be terrified, just don't let the audience know.
I don't know what to say. I guess I owe you one.
Well, you're playing the lady to my Lord Macduff. I will avenge your death, my lady. Sorry, I shouldn't joke.
Were you and Thomas close? I was only getting to know him.
We were good friends. Can't believe he's gone. But we have a show to do. Thomas would have wanted this new play to go up no matter what. That's what I'm thinking about right now. That's all I can think about. We do this for Thomas.
Okay, I can do that. Do I look calm enough?
You do. And just in time. I have a cue to get ready for. Welcome to the troop, Walter.
Scene 2.
Great Glamis, worthy Cador, greater than both by all hereafter, thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant.
None of this feels real. I've imagined my first show 100 times.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
And when goes hence?
Through every line reading and every rehearsal, never in a million years could I have predicted losing an actor.
Tomorrow as he purposes.
Oh, never shall son that morrow see.
What is the rhyme or reason to it that some live and some die? We are living in constant fear of this consumption and the plague of highwaymen and the question of whether the Catholics or the Protestants are to be England's downfall. But all the fear in the world can't prevent death's hand.
Your face, my thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters to beguile the time. Look like the time, bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue. Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it.
Yes, that's the show. Never let the audience see what is inside your mind. Come now, steady face, steady voice, and a skirt to hide my knocking knees. I'm all ready. I know I have to do it, and I know I have to do it right, but I can't lie, I'm terrified. I wish I weren't, but I don't know how to stop it.
He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway and masterdom.
That's right. For King James. For Thomas. What did Brodie say? You're still the man that Shakespeare picked for the part. I have to at least try to believe him. Samuel! How long were you standing there? How much did you hear?
Just the end.
Great.
We're on soon, Walter.
We will speak further.
Only look up clear. To alter favour is ever to fear. Leave all the rest to me.
Aren't we still in Act 1?
No, listen.
The castle of Macduff I will surprise, seize upon Fife, give to the edge of the sword, his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line.
That's us.
No boasting like a fool, this deed I'll do before the purpose cool. But no more sights. Where are these gentlemen? Come, bring me where they are.
Now God help thee, poor monkey! But how wilt thou do for a father?
If he were dead, you'd weep for him. If you were not, it were a good sign that I should quickly have a new father.
Ha! Poor prattler! How thou talk'st!
Bless you, fair dame. I am not to you known, though in your state of honor I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here, hence with your little ones. To fright you thus, methinks I am too savage to do worse to you fell cruelty, which is to deny your person. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer.
Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now, I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometime. Accounted dangerous folly, why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defense, to say I have done no harm? What are these faces?
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place so unsanctified, where such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor!
Elias, thou shag-haired villain!
What, you egg? Young fry of treachery!
Yes, kill me, mother. Run away, I pray you.
Up! Cease this pageant, lest death claim you where you stand.
Who are you?
That's a plague mask.
Get away from my actors!
William Shakespeare.
I don't know who you are, but if you leave right now, we might still convince the audience that this was part of the play. We'll talk after the bows.
There will be no bows. Everybody out! Audience, leave at once, and you may be spared the plague's wrath!
Everything is fine! Everything is fine! Can we get some applause for this doctor of insanity? No, don't leave! Really!
And remove yourself from this reeking pit of a theatre. The plague is here! Begone, one and all! How anyone can find themselves entertained by this filth is beyond me.
At least tell your friends how much you enjoyed Shakespeare's Scottish play!
It's too late, Will. They're gone.
What is the meaning of this?
My name is Lord Simon Salisbury.
I don't care. Give me that mask. Let me see your face.
You have as good as infected me. You cur.
What are you going on about? I hope there's a good explanation for this.
Do you take the plague lightly, man? 6 feet back from me, if you please.
Don't be ridiculous. We have the King's Charter. You can't possibly restrict people from going to the theatre. If one of our audience members...
It is not the audience that I speak of. One of your own men died today.
How could you possibly know that? Only the King himself was told. This has absolutely nothing to do with you.
As a member of Parliament, I would be inclined to disagree.
That is utterly ridiculous. Parliament has bigger matters to attend to than a false plague scare.
That is not the Parliament's decision, though many in our ranks hold the same opinion I do. Now, we are men of the mind, no? We may converse in questions and answers. No need for your temper to flare. The question of whether one of your men died today is a simple question. Judging by your message to His Majesty, the answer would be yes. Following that, the next question would have to be, should the plague be allowed to spread? Again, an obvious answer. And if the question is plague, the answer is quarantine. That is why I stand among you lowly actors today, to bring you this news.
Why come yourself? Surely your lordship would not risk exposure to the plague when he has a great many messengers in his service to bear letters of quarantine to us lowly actors.
Between you and me, William, your influence is growing far above your stature. It does not bode well for a glove-maker's son to forsake his intended place. Queen Elizabeth, may she rest in peace, gave you leave to corrupt multitudes of young minds by allowing you to fester and grow in London. I am simply here to see your quarantine carried out. I wish to see a blackguard get his dues, nothing more, nothing less.
And what of our king? Does His Majesty know that you are spending your precious evening harassing his patron theatre troupe?
Majesty comes before anything else.
He left just after the second scene.
He missed my monologue. He missed... I assure you that Thomas did not die from the plague. It was consumption. Anyone can get that. Maybe he didn't even have consumption. It could have been just a little cold.
Are you telling me that your man died from a little cold?
I don't know. He was coughing up... He was coughing.
Coughing up?
Blood. I don't know. It's a show. It might have been a character choice. Out, damn spot.
Did he have any kind of fever?
I didn't feel his forehead.
I did. He had a fever.
It too, Brute?
Any rashes, particularly on the armpits or legs?
He had swelling on his neck and his ribs.
How? I'm not even going to ask.
Okay, so you do realize we all share the same dressing room?
Grown men confirm it. Nothing you can say will mask the truth a second longer. Your men had the plague, plain and simple.
He was a method actor!
Attention! On official order of King James I, first King of England, Scotland, and Ireland, this theatre is under quarantine. You can see his seal in the bottom right-hand corner.
Give me that! I'm perfectly capable of reading it myself. All protests can and will be met with the revocation of your charter? You can't do this to us!
Can't I? You pulled off my mask, sir. Clearly, I am not taking this matter lightly. This quarantine includes me as well.
Why would you take that risk? You have to have known that someone would unmask you. You're just as strapped as us.
Nothing to fear. There is no doubt in my mind who among us will be spared in the next 8 weeks, should it come to that.
8 weeks? We are to open another show tomorrow. In just 1 week, we perform as many as 11 different shows. You'll drive us out of business. You'll ruin us.
As much as I wish that were true, what lamentable influence you have over King James has led His Majesty to claim your plays as essential business.
Oh, that's nice.
You are to perform your shows as usual, provided you do not leave the stage or backstage areas. Between shows, you will remain backstage until the 8 weeks are up. Instead of in his usual box, the king will take the balcony the farthest from the stage. And if you refuse...
Our charter is revoked, yes, we know.
Between you and me, Will, even if you complied, the very letter of these orders, I assure you that your theatre will be struck down with the swiftest haste. A Puritan Parliament is coming, and those of my party will see your theatre for what it is. A godless place.
As a member of the Church of England, I'm rather surprised that you would make such a claim. The wife I married in a Christian church would certainly take quite a shock. The children I fathered, all baptized, mind you, would be heartbroken if they found out that my establishment did not meet up a Puritan standard of godliness.
Stow your words, wordsmith.
At your pleasure.
For now, decide amongst yourselves about sleeping arrangements. I will, of course, take a separate room, so do take that into account.
Salisbury.
6 feet back, Will, remember. You would be wise not to test me. I hold the future of your charter in my hand.
Scene 3.
I have half a mind to punch the honorless charlatan.
I don't even remember a Lord Simon Salisbury being in Parliament.
He's newly elected and backed by a great deal of like-minded men. He's not a patron of the arts. I've heard his platform. He doesn't give a damn about keeping the plague from spreading. If there were a plague scare anywhere else, he would leave them to rot. He's only involved to blacken our names.
Well, you heard what he said of the globe.
How can he claim such a thing? Art is creation, not damnation.
I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to debate the issue when he's our bunkmate backstage.
Wait, we're all sleeping here together? Isn't there some other way?
We are all sleeping here until we can prove that none of us has the plague. And none of us do, right, men? I said, right, men?
Right. Of course.
Drake,
Of course.
Ross. Drake, Ross, come help me with Thomas's body.
But the plague!
Ow!
What the hell was that?
No, what was what?
How did we end up here? We all just bargained away our freedoms for 2 months. Just like that.
Shakespeare had no other choice.
But you did. You threw us to the wolves. You didn't have to bring up that rash.
This is serious, Brodie. How many theaters have been shut down by the Black Death? How many stories have we heard of whole casts dying off between acts?
No one wants this either.
Did you just say whole casts?
I got it. We're raiding Shakespeare's stash.
Oh, you're useless.
I'm doing more than you are. What will you do? Stand around belly aching? I want my after-show drink, and my forgetting who we lost drink, and my existential terror drink. And maybe a few more for ignoring all my problems, the most prominent of which is clearly labeled the Black Death.
We have to talk to somebody outside the globe. I mean, there has to be some way we could summon a doctor here. I mean, someone who could prove that the rest of us are healthy. I can't stay here for 2 months. Now, don't give me that face. You can't solve all your problems with ale.
Very true. Wine is better.
Let's circle back to whole cast.
Can everyone please calm down?
Oh, you think this is funny, don't you, Humphrey? Thomas is dead. Let's call a toast and raise a white flag to the likes of Salisbury.
Yeah, and what's your solution? Getting our charter revoked for good?
I'm leaving. Salisbury can't stop me. I'm not sick.
Brodie.
Don't touch me. I can't be inside for that long. I'll go crazy.
Brodie, be rational for 5 seconds.
Oh, rational? You're one to talk. You wouldn't know rational if it bit you in the ass.
Shut your mouth and think. What does the word quarantine mean to you?
It doesn't mean a damn thing. I'm not sick. Get your hands off me, Humphrey!
And what if you are? Do you really want to take that chance? To get your friends and family outside sick with the Black Death? Do you want that to be your legacy?
I'd never thought I'd see the day when our favorite fool turned dramatic.
It's funny how easy it is for you lot to assume. Hasn't anyone at all thought to ask why I joined the Globe?
We know. You're an orphan. I'm an orphan too. Are we opening this particular discussion to everyone? Because if there's one thing every theater has, it's family drama.
Just because I've chosen to share some of the details of my life with you doesn't mean you get to march over that particular boundary whenever you choose.
Are you? No. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. It was way out of line.
No, go on. Ask me where my family is. Ask me!
Why did you join the Globe?
Thank you, Walter. I started my life studying to be one of Salisbury's kind. Got sent to boarding school and everything. And everything was all well and good until my father's shop got quarantined. This was during the first outbreak. My father scoffed in their faces and he went home. He had no way of knowing that he had it. His pride killed my mother, my brother, my sisters, and then himself. I was away at school, the lucky bastard that I was. Wouldn't even hear what happened about it, and wouldn't even hear what happened until it came time for my tuition to be paid. So tell me, Brodie, is that what you want? To bring the plague to your friends on the outside?
I'm sorry, Humphrey. I didn't know.
Save your pity. It always takes a tragedy to get people to shut their mouths and listen. But you understand now, don't you? All of you. No one is going to leave the Globe until this quarantine is over. I'll make sure of it.
Fine. I'll try to put up with it.
Finally done with the arguing. I lived for 5 minutes to get rid of a body and all I could hear was yelling. Are you good now?
Oh, I'm very good. In fact, I'm the best.
Are you okay?
This is going to be a long 2 months.
I know. This Salisbury's presence makes it feel like a setup, but what if it isn't? We can't risk our charter. I won't risk my family. You know what? Humphrey is right.
Me?
Him?
We could all use a drink. There's not much else to do. We have no body to bury and no one who would hear an appeal of his health. Walter, Hercule, Sam, all of you. I have a few bottles upstairs I've been saving for a rainy day. What's with the face, Brodie?
It feels wrong to be doing nothing.
Pacing in the wings isn't something. At least come upstairs with us.
I guess.
In other news, I'm collecting letters to anyone outside the Globe you want to contact. If you have anyone who would worry after you in London, I'll try to arrange for them to be mailed in the morning.
Just in London? My family lives near Bristol.
We can work something out, I'm sure. My wife lives in the country, too.
Look at the fools with a family. Joke's on you. We don't have to write.
Seriously, are you okay?
Same here, Humphrey. No siblings either.
We'll be your brothers, Sam. Come here.
You can have one of my brothers. I have 4 of them. I'm smack dab in the middle of 7 children. Last time I was there, they,
What?
That might have been the last time I'll see them. I didn't even consider it before now.
Don't say that. Don't think that.
Family just means more to lose.
Shush.
I was so stupid.
You don't have to talk about it if you don't want to.
No, I do. My brothers stole my boots and strung them up in the trees outside our house. I was so mad, I grabbed my things and stormed out in my socks. That's how I left things. If I die here...
Oh, no. No one is going to die here. It's a quarantine, not a death sentence.
What's the difference?
We survived the first plague. It never darkened our door. The Rose Theatre was quarantined twice, and they got back on their feet. I don't want any talk of death here. Words have power. That's the first thing you learned here. Unless you want to personally bring doom knocking, you will not speak like that in front of me.
Are you gonna write that down? It would be a nifty little sonnet for a tragedy if you rhymed it.
Hold your tongue for once, man. Come, all of you. No more talk of what we're missing. A theatre troupe is a family, no matter what anyone says. Blood is thicker than water, and we've shed both for this theatre. Hercule, are you coming?
I need to write a letter to my father. You all go ahead. I don't want to drink.
Are you sure? It might be better to get your mind off it. If you wallow, you're going to sink. Even if you don't drink anything, it might help to have company, eh?
Do you want me to stay with you?
No, really, it's fine.
You and Walter have got the short end of the stick here, that's for certain. Such a disaster on your first show. Well, I don't need to say it. Holler if you need anything.
See you later, Hercule.
Scene 4.
Dear Father, it's me, Teresa. Well, I suppose you have to call me Hercule, but who's keeping track? It's been a few months since I last saw you, and to make myself clear, I'm not catching up. I wouldn't owe you an explanation, even if I were home. To fire with this letter as soon as my thoughts are sorted. Today has gone horribly. I'm a good actress, I've known that all my life, but when I'm lying through my teeth, my tongue gets all tied up in knots. Hopefully none of the other actors have realized it. Sometimes I feel like everyone knows, and they're letting me continue on with this charade so they can laugh at me behind my back. A girl in the globe, who would have thought? Destined for spinsterdom and nothing more. So you would say. Until now, I can be anything. On stage, I can be king, I can be fairy. Any show, any title is within my grasp here. As long as my secret stays safe. That's why I couldn't drink with them. How could I keep up? What if I got drunk? Would I let my secret slip? Lose control? Let my hair down, pull the wrappings from my chest, and show the whole world that I'm a woman? What would they do if they knew? They'd say it's bad luck to have a woman on stage. Would they blame me for Thomas's death? They certainly wouldn't give me a role ever again. I don't think I could live with that. Not anymore. Because even as that tiny, tiny character, I felt it. Like opium in my veins, it made everything worth it. The deception, the lies. I love the stage. No, I need the stage. I need to feel that feeling again. Hercule. Hercule. I picked it to lend me its strength. What's in a name, Shakespeare wrote. A rose by any other name would surely smell as sweet. But no, a name is everything to my disguise. Hercule is no rose, no flower, nothing but a mask. There's nothing romantic in names, and certainly nothing good in however my name would be heard now. Teresa. Teresa. That was once my name, but now I bury it. God, as much as it hurts, I pray you stop anyone from thinking the name Teresa upon seeing me as long as I live. Let the first mouth to call me Teresa next be yours when I enter heaven's gates. Here on earth, I am...
Hercule, are you all right? I thought I heard arguing.
No, just talking to myself. Running lines.
You didn't go upstairs with the other actors?
No, I'm not much of a drinker.
I can understand that. It's probably for the best. When I was walking by, I thought I heard Drake singing Pastime with Good Company. You're right to avoid that. Still, you deserve to celebrate a job well done. What if I made you some tea?
I wouldn't want to trouble you.
You wouldn't be. It's not like I have much else to do. I was just warming a kettle as it was.
Didn't they invite you to go with them?
No, they never do. Not that my mother would let me anyway. I'm usually alone after shows.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. You were sweet to thank me today. Most of the other actors aren't as polite as you.
Really? But you're so nice.
That just means that they can ignore me. Nice isn't anything special when you're with actors. They forget, what's real. Flattery, no matter how hollow, will always be picked over someone who is just plain nice. and also plain.
Penelope.
Oh, forgive me. I did not mean to speak so bluntly. I'm a little out of sorts.
Were you close to Thomas?
Not really. He didn't talk to me much. Would you believe it? When I heard the news, my first thought was not grief. I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Everything's all over the place today.
Rambling's fine. You should hear me when I'm nervous. I start talking before my mind catches up, and with all the sense I'm making, I might as well be calling out words at random. When I first heard the news, all I could think of was that someone was playing some kind of trick on me and it wasn't a trick. Even after everyone confirmed that he was dead, some part of me would not believe it.
I was thinking about his part. It was so selfish of me, but there was some part of me that thought, I don't know what I was thinking.
Thought what?
I thought that there was no one who could have played his part. I did not even think of Shakespeare being the playwright and all that. I suppose he would have to know the lines. I thought that, but Shakespeare did know the lines, so it's just silly now.
I know what you mean. If Shakespeare hadn't known the lines, we would have to call off the play. And with King James in the audience, I thought my chance here was over for sure. I barely knew him, but he was gone, and so fast. Everyone was trying to figure out who could double up, but Lady Macbeth is such an important character that everyone is in a scene with her at least once, and all I could think about was someone jumping back and forth trying to play two parts at once in conversation. And I was laughing, but then my vision was blurring, and all of a sudden there were tears running down my face, and I wasn't laughing at all. It was just so surreal. I didn't even know him, and I was standing there crying. I really believed that the play was over before it had begun because no one knew the part.
I knew the part.
What?
It didn't matter, did it? Because Shakespeare knew it, because of course he did, and why would I have thought any different? A man was dead, and I was thinking these awful, selfish thoughts. How many lumps?
What?
Tea. How many lumps of sugar?
Oh, none for me, thanks.
I have to get my words under control. Forgive me, it's been a while since I've talked about my thoughts to anyone but my mother.
I can't imagine Constance is much for any conversation involving emotions. She scares me, to be honest.
She's no more frightening than any other mother.
That doesn't make me feel any better.
I can imagine exactly what she would say. For shame, Penelope. Your words are unladylike, and you didn't serve your guests quickly or properly.
I don't mind, honestly.
I just get so frustrated watching them do oh dear, I am so ridiculous.
More tea?
Please. Wait, no, I'm supposed to serve you.
Just accept the tea.
All right.
What you want to do. That's what you're saying, right? You knew the part for Lady Macbeth, and you were prepared to play her part if Shakespeare hadn't done it. You want to be an actor.
Yes. No, I don't know. I'm not supposed to, but yes, I do. Everyone else in the globe wants to act. It shouldn't be a surprise that I've counted among them. Please don't tell anyone.
Your secret's safe with me. I knew from the first moment I saw one of Shakespeare's plays that I wanted to be a part of all this. I don't understand how anyone could see something so wonderful without wanting to be up there too. I wish the stage was open to anyone at all.
Even women?
Of course. Women playing women would be far better than making Will shave his goatee at the last minute.
I wish that was how everyone else saw it. It's a lovely dream. Me on the stage. Penelope.
The stage seems pretty open right now. Will you do a scene with me?
I don't know. They say it's bad luck for a woman to be on stage. What if they think it's my sinful thoughts that hurt Thomas? If the actors found out, if my mother found out, I don't think I could bear it.
The wings, then. Right here. This isn't the stage, so you're fine. Do you have a favorite scene?
Well, there is one. It's one of the most beautiful scenes Shakespeare has written, I think. What a mess. You would think it would not be so hard to find 2 copies of Twelfth Night, and yet...
Here's one. Would you like to share?
Sure. Let's see. Which hat? There we are. How do I look?
Very cute. It suits you.
Hardly. It's a man's hat. It nearly matches yours. It works well for Viola, though.
Right, of course.
Would you mind reading for Orsino, we can just skip all the other lines since we don't have any other actors.
Whatever you like. The first line is, Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never should love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and those swearings keep as true in soul as doth that orbed continent, the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He, upon some action.
Hold on. When did you... that is to say... No, how... Penelope, why did you pick this play exactly?
It's a beautiful message. True love overcomes all. They fall in love with each other's souls, not their appearances. It was just the first scene that had come to mind. I didn't mean anything by it. I like to think of myself as Viola. Not that I think of you as Orsino. I didn't pick the scene to make you read anything like that. I'm not trying to cast you or cast us as...
Oh, well, of course not. I wasn't suggesting anything of the sort. You must excuse me. I hadn't seen the show, and I wasn't expecting...
It's my fault. I should have warned you first.
It's fine. It wasn't because I was playing your lover. I think I misunderstood the true meaning of the lines. Shall we read on?
Happily. On your mark.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you called me master for so long, here is my hand. Oh, right, your hand. And here we are, holding hands. This is, please forgive me. I can't do this.
If you don't want to do the scene, you don't have to.
I do want to do the scene. It was fun. We did a scene, but I just remembered that I have to write a letter to my father just to let him know that I'm okay and I don't want to worry him. I know Shakespeare won't mail them until morning, but it'll take me a long time to write it, and I really should be writing. Thank you for the tea.
Goodbye?
Teresa, you are a useless mess.
He's not like the other actors. Do I really fluster him that much? I didn't mean to make him uncomfortable. I shouldn't have chosen Twelfth Night. Still, he would make a wonderful Orsino. It was nice of him to indulge me, but this couldn't last. Back in the closet with you, my lovely hat.
Dear father, what is it called when you run away from home? Run away from social interaction and run away again from any situation that looks even remotely embarrassing? I don't know, but the term runaway seems a bit of an understatement at this point. I used to know how to talk to people, I think. Just the way she looked at me when she held my hand.
For my pastance, haunt, song, and dance, my heart is set, all goodly sport, for my comfort, who shall me let?
Oh, come on, Drake. If I'm going to get the plague, I'd like to now and quickly.
Everybody's upstairs, and probably will be for a while. So it looks like it's just you and me. This whole business was too much of a good thing.
That's one of Shakespeare's phrases, isn't it?
You tend to pick them up when you're around him long enough.
Wait. What on earth are you doing? Put your shirt back on!
I always sleep naked.
Not here, not with us!
Relax, Hercule. We're all brothers here.
I have to go write a letter to my father. Good night!
Good night?
Hi all, thanks for listening. This is Mikaela Stone, the writer of Not Quite Romeo, the audio play, which was actually a finalist in the 2019 Young Playwrights competition through the Playwrights Project, and will hopefully be coming to you as a stage play once COVID is over. This play has been the work of 3 years and a lot of patient friends who all texted me as soon as lockdown started and told me, well, now you need to produce it. Extra special thanks to the cast, the Pizza Roll Players, the UCSB College of Creative Studies, Mama D and Michael, Tim Cicerelli, the Carothers family, Brent Bierman, and Rover Singer for aid, inspiration, and advice along the way. And of course, thank you to you!